for inviting me. So I'm Warren Howard, and I'm the Director of Howard Co. Business and HR Solutions. And what we do is we help create workplaces where businesses and people thrive. That's our main purpose.
And how do you do that?
Well, we're a full service HR consultancy. So what that means is we really meet the people and the business needs of small to medium organisations at whatever stage of growth they're at. And for example, our largest client is 1,000 people strong, and our smallest is just one person. And we have 3 areas of service, and they are recruitment and onboarding, basically getting the right people on the bus. The second area of service is people management and culture, which is really creating that environment where people thrive. And then the third part is around providing leadership and team development, because we all know that people perform their best when they are led well and they have great managers. So we provide those 3 areas. That's why we call ourselves a full service consultancy. And we love doing what we're doing, to be honest.
Clients work with you? Is it remotely or on site?
Yeah, good question. Predominantly remotely, and that's why people prefer it these days. But some of our work by necessity will be on site. For example, if we're conducting a recruitment engagement, it's always important to have those interviews on site with the client so they can see the premises as well. But there's a lot of work we can do remotely for our clients as well. Maybe we're writing a job description or helping them develop an HR policy. That can all be done from our offices and then provided to them without us necessarily having to go there.
And what led you to start Howard Co. originally?
Yeah, well, that's a very, very good question. Look, I guess fundamentally, I've always enjoyed and loved working with people. And I learned that early in my career when I was given the job of a manager at the age of 23. And my boss said to me, he said, Warren, if you're going to be effective in this business, you're going to have to learn how to lead and manage people. So I had learned a lot from that experience, and probably all the roles I've had over the years, the things I've enjoyed most has been able to work with and get the best out of people. So I had a long career in corporate. I worked for 2 major organisations during my time. First of all in the oil industry, then secondly in the insurance industry. But it was my exposure to the consulting industry that really got me excited. And I was very lucky in the middle of my career to get to join one of the largest consulting firms in the world, Pricewaterhouse. And I worked as a senior consultant there. And that's really which piqued my interest in, you know what, you can actually have far more impact working for many companies than just working for one. So when the opportunity arose, and we're talking 13 years ago now, I decided to step away from the corporate world and set up my own business. And I joined a network called the HR Coach Network. And that gave me the background support I needed as well to get started, because whilst I definitely wanted to work for myself, I didn't necessarily want to work alone.
And what do you think is the most challenging thing for businesses in today's market?
Gosh, there are many, aren't there? But look, the feedback we're getting, and if we refocus on people, I suppose, is just attracting and retaining the talent, the right people that they need to suit their business and their culture. It's been a very up and down journey for a lot of businesses, particularly through COVID and then after COVID. You know, through COVID, they had to go through the pain of potentially laying people off. After COVID, then quickly scrambling and trying to get people back. So there was a real mad rush into the market to find good people. So people were getting used to being moved around. What we're finding now is that the employment market is quite tight. Okay, so it's not easy to find the people you want. So where the focus has shifted to, particularly this year, is about retaining good people. So offering them the opportunities to develop and grow, expand their careers, and really working out what is it that's going to motivate the people who are working in the businesses to perform at their best, but also stay for longer. So I think that's probably the biggest challenge. And yes, it's a factor that's impacted by many things that are going on around us in terms of the economy, inflation, et cetera. But fundamentally, if it's not number one for most businesses, then it's at least number 2.
And have you resources on your website that would be useful?
Yeah, we do, and we try and help people find them. But like all websites, sometimes it's a hard job. But look, we are resource abundant. I must say that we use a lot of internal resources to manage the work that we do. That way, we manage the quality of our delivery. At the same time, we're very generous, and always happy to share those. We're a bit like McDonald's, right? We're happy to share. People can use it, and if they make good use of it, then we know they're going to be better off than they were before. If they look at it and go, oh, maybe I need to get someone else to help us with that, then at least they know who to come to.
Wonderful. And the best way for people to connect with you?
Well, the old-fashioned way, pick up the phone, give us a call. So we have all our details on our website. But for those who prefer the technology, all our contact details are on the web. We have a LinkedIn presence as well, so could easily be contacted through LinkedIn. But I'm always happy to have a no obligation conversation. I just had one half an hour ago from someone who'd been referred to us, who I hadn't met before, and I spent half an hour on the phone talking about their situation. I love to do that because that way we find if we can add value, and they'll benefit from whatever it is they've learned on that call as well.
Excellent. And just before we finish off, you've been part of YTM since it started, and we thank you very much for your support. How has YTM supported your business journey?
In many ways, Karen, I think, first of all, in the early days when I set out and I was just operating on my own, it was a great opportunity just to get together in a social context with like-minded people who are doing a very similar thing, right? And we get to compare notes and talk about the ups and downs of running our own business. But as the business has grown, it's developed and evolved more into being part of a community of people who are going through similar journeys, but also getting access to knowledge and expertise in two ways. One through the programs that you run and the information sessions that you run, but also through the professional connections that I've made with people who have been active suppliers of services to what we do here, but also who have generously recommended us at Howard Co out to their clients as well when there's been a need. So it's, I'd say it's multifaceted, Karen,
Yes.
and it is what you make of it, right? Like anything.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time today.